There's a term that I like saying to my coaching clients is, don't be an information junkie, right? A lot of us are so hungry for information, but the sad part about it is we don't do anything with the information that we have. I remember having a session with one of my clients, and we were setting their goals for the year, and one of the things that they said is that they want to read 50 books in the year, right? So I asked them a question: why 50 books? And they were like, no, I want to consume as much information as possible. And I said to them, how many books have you read to this point? And I think if I remember correctly, they mentioned a number of roughly around 20 books. And I said to them, all right, out of the 20 books that you've read, how much of the content and the information that you know have you actually actualized and put into practice, right? And they sat back and they said, probably about 10%. And most of you are like that, champions. You're so quick to gain new information, but you're not doing anything with the information that you know. So this week I want to emphasize that it's important that you act. All right, as much as it's important to gain new information, what you do with that information is of equal importance as well. Instead of reading 50 books, I'd rather you read one book and ensure that you act upon every single page that you read in that book, because most of us are information junkies. We're obese with ideas, principles, and concepts, but we lack execution. And that's why, for the information that we know, we have a deficit in the results that we have. And that's why a lot of people are depressed and a lot of people have anxiety, because they know they should be better than in a better place than where they are. They know that they should be further than where they are. With everything that you know, champion, you know you should be in a better place. And the distance between where you should be and where you are is simply acting upon the information that you know. And the reason why acting is so important, right? Think about it when it comes to impact, all right? Now, let me give you a simple example. Out of these two people that I'm about to mention, which one do you think is going to leave a greater impact in the world, right? Someone who sits and dreams about how they want to impact the world, or someone who decides that every single day they are going to choose one stranger and actively act and do random acts of kindness on? Right? Is the dreamer going to impact the world more, or the person who's daily actually taking the steps towards that? And most of you, you're stuck dreaming about your dreams. You're stuck writing them down on pieces of paper. But the people that are actually getting the results out of life are the people who are doing something about it every single day. Incremental growth gets you further than just thinking about things, champions. It's the same as a sports team. Think about a basketball team that sits and watches tape of the opponents every single day versus a team that gets that information but actually then puts it into practice on the court. When it comes to match day, which one do you think is going to be more effective? The guys that just watch tape, or the guys that watch tape and then practice how to actually do the things they need to do to counteract what they saw on that tape? Obviously the team that put practice behind it. All right, so the practice may not have been perfect, but the mere fact that they've acted upon what they know puts them in a far better place to be able to actualize their goals than the people who just thought about it. So champions, it's important. Place actions behind everything that you do. It doesn't have to be great actions or big actions, but small incremental steps a day gets you a lot further than just sitting back and imagining how it would turn out. It's not about making the perfect actions, but it's about getting momentum. One of the things that I always say is that opportunity, money, and exposure follows momentum. A lot of you don't have momentum in the things that you want because you're still studying about them, you're still researching, you're still waiting for the perfect time. But it's when you take that step of faith and you start to actually act upon the things that you know, step by step, little by little, that the momentum starts to attract the things and the people that can actually help you galvanize organize yourself to the place where you need to be. So as you take on this journey of self-leadership, it's not important for you to tell other people to do certain things, but what are you doing? What are you doing with what you know? Has the things that you're trying to teach us benefited you because you've acted upon them? Or are you so quick to give us information and tell us to do stuff that you haven't even benefited from yourself? So champion, it's important. Not only must you learn, not only must you take the time to evolve, expose yourself to new environments, and make sure that the old you dies as you embrace this new you, but when this new you shows up, make sure that you back that new you up with actions every single day. I want you to ask yourself this: every single day that goes by, what actions did I put into play today that helps me come closer and closer to where I want to go? So it's Coach T saying, act, champions. Hi champions, thank you so much for watching our content. Remember to leave us a like if you like the content. Make sure you drop us a comment. We'd love to hear from you, and make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out on the next videos. And hey, make sure you share this with your friend. Let's impact the world together. So thank you so much champions. See you next week.